Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
So I'm in a really good spot. I'm 37. I have a net worth probably about 1.3, 2 properties. Each of those properties does have a mortgage. One's at 200, one's at 250. My primary house. The other one is rented at a pretty good profit. My life circumstances have changed a bit. I had twins,
Cool.
and thinking about, I've had a couple of blessings come into my life. Changes things. Wife obviously had to stop working, but right now I'm at a crossroads where I'm debating what to do. I've seen all of the money we've printed and inflation, and definitely a little bit. I have money invested in the stock market. I'm pretty cash heavy at the moment and debating what to do with that cash. Do I have 3.75 rates on both my properties, and 25 on one and 20 years left on the other. No other debts, no credit card. Got rid of paid off all my student loans, paid off all my cars. Pay cash for pretty much everything now. I put in solar, paid cash for that.
What's the balance on the mortgages?
200 on the rental property. That's cash flowing about $1,200 a month, and that's after paying the mortgage and all that, and then $250,000 on the house that I live in.
So how much cash you're sitting on?
Cash. So outside my like IRAs are at about $450. My actual cash on hand is flush cash is about $80 with another $50 kind of just invested in the market. So I'm debating, I'm thinking there might be a dip. Do I leave it there? I also have two $25,000. Florida has a prepaid thing for future student loans for your kids. So I'm on a 5-year plan with those. I can pay them off if I want. Mm-hmm. I can pay off my property. I can start to I cash flow probably around 15 a month.
What do you make a year? What's your personal income?
About $350.
Okay. James, you've done extremely well. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I mean, what a beautiful job you've done.
Thank you.
The only point that our discussion would have with you is not to help you become a millionaire. You already did that, okay? And not to help you do that. It might be just that, I'm sitting here with the buildings I'm sitting in, for instance, are about $600 million in value, roughly, okay? And they're paid for. And so, and that's just a portion of, that's the larger portion of our real estate portfolio, but I've got a bunch of other real estate. I love real estate. And of course, I own Ramsey Solutions as well, which has a value, and so on. So I'm a few years ahead of you is all I'm saying. I'm not better. I'm just ahead of you. I'm older. Dadgum, near twice your age. And so you've just done extremely well. So if I were talking to you, and I don't know exactly what you're asking, I would probably just give you a couple things I would do, and that would just be fine-tuning an engine that's already running really well. Okay, this is not the car's not about to blow up. You're not about to bankrupt. You're not doing anything stupid. You're doing a whole lot of smart things. So I have found, and you listen to us for 10 minutes, you know this, that the less debt I have, the more peace I have, and the better my cash flows are, and the lower my risk is. Thus, the peace is up. Less anxiety. So, for instance, this building, we have a pandemic hit. I've got 1,100 team members that are on payroll. I want to make that payroll. I don't have to pay myself the rent because there's no mortgage on the stupid building. So I don't have any stress. So that's an extreme situation, but with more zeros on it. But it still outlines the idea that first thing I would do if I were in your shoes is I'd start working towards getting my home paid off without cashing out any retirement to do it. Then the next thing I do is I pay that rental off. And
okay, so pay the house first, then the rental?
Yes. I want my personal residence where I sleep to have zero mortgage. There is more than just math and investing going on here. There's a spiritual element to this, a psychological and a relational element to this. Your wife will feel different. You will feel different when you lay your head on the pillow. You don't think you will, but when it is paid for, you will. Okay?
So my one counter to that, and this is, I guess, the next point of information is I'm debating. So I bought my house back in 2012, so I have it at a great interest rate and a great value. The other thing is, if I ever wanted to, now that I have twins, which I have plenty of room, I have enough room, it's 2,100 square feet, 4 bedrooms, so there's enough room. But when family comes to visit, my parents are getting older, our parents are getting older, people are coming to stay for longer than we maybe want.
A paid-off house
Thinking
will
about
sell as
adding-
quick as a mortgaged house.
I'm not thinking about paying it off. I'm thinking about expanding it.
Okay, well, pay it off expand it with cash. You make $350,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what's happened is you hit a plateau and you quit pinching every little nickel, and you relaxed a little bit, and it's gotten a little sloppy.
Okay.
It's what I'm seeing. I might be wrong, but
I think
if I
you
were
just
you, I'd pay
hit
off your house.
goal. I think you've been working so hard, putting your head down and plowing forward to hit whatever the goal was. And
Yeah.
you've gotten there, and now you just need another very clear goal to keep you motivated.
And the only other thing I would do is I wouldn't do Florida prepaid college.
Yeah, that's garbage.
I would just do good mutual funds and a 529. A lot more flexibility, a lot more options to do for college, and you can make a much better rate of return than prepaid college. Anytime you prepay something, James, your rate of return is the inflation rate of the item. Tuition inflation rate's been about 8% for the past 2 decades, and so you're making about 8% on your money. You could do better than that in a good mutual fund, and you'd have more flexibility. So I would move the prepaid stuff into a 529. Again, a minor tune-up, paying off your house, minor tune-up, and paying off the mortgage on the rental, minor tune-up, somewhere in there, cash flowing the expansion if you want to expand or change that house that you're living in. Any of that's okay. But you keep going back to the mortgage interest rate. I don't give a crap what your mortgage interest rate is. Mine's 0. You can't beat my rate. And you can't beat the cash flow I've got on our properties. They cash flow like a bandit. And I don't think about my home at all.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't come up in my financial brain. It's just a really calm, safe place to go sleep.
Yeah.
You know, and it just changes everything. And because I've been debt free on the house for so long that it just my spirit doesn't even connect to that. I can't imagine how I would how I would sleep if I had a mortgage.
Yeah, I could see that.
Now, because I've been doing it for so long. Mm-hmm. So that's all we would do, James. But again, you're 97% on board with what we would do. Those are just a few tune-up things, and way to go, hero. I mean, you killed it. 37-year-old millionaire. Man, excellent. Well done, well done. Mm-hmm. And did it from nothing, starting from nothing. Didn't inherit it. It's not a rock star, not an actor, not an NFL star, not to our knowledge anyway.
And if he plans on buying more real estate, obviously, cash for that.
Yeah, pay cash after you get the other stuff paid off. And you could build a really large portfolio 10, 15 years from now of real estate if you fooled around with this and have it all paid for in the process and pay cash for it as you go. Mm-hmm. It wouldn't, once you clear these 2 properties. So, but that's what we would do. You do whatever you want. You're obviously not a dumb guy. So well done, hero. Proud of you. That's very cool. Those guys are everywhere. Mm-hmm. People that have done smart stuff with money in a culture where most people spend like they're in Congress.
Oh yeah, that's normal. Go into debt.
By the way, don't miss $350,000 income, $1.7 million net worth.
Yeah, 37 years old.
2,200 square foot house.
Yeah.
Don't miss that.
He's living below his means.
He not 8,300, 2,200.
Living on less than he makes.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.